Not to start beef with a college senior, but I just saw a video so mind-boggling, I had to take fucking notes. So that's how we're starting. In this video, this kid says he's a college senior and he uses AI for every single assignment he has. And all of his friends use it, and every single person he knows uses it, uses AI. And his argument is that AI has become so prevalent that the academics should just let students use AI in order to pass their classes. Right, let's get into it. Typically, not always. When you go to college, when you want to receive higher education, we've been fed the lie that if you get your degree, you can get a job, right? So the idea is that you will go into this thing, you'll go into this major, you'll get your degree, and then you'll use that degree to get a job in a field like that in the outside world. So when you pay thousands of dollars to take these classes, the goal is that you will learn. The goal is that you will get the information, you'll hear it, you'll learn it, you'll retain it, and you'll be able to explain it in your own words, and then use that, right? Use that towards the thing that you're trying to get a job in. So when you admit that you use AI for every single assignment, how do we know that you are really learning, that you're really retaining the information? We don't. That's the problem. And that's why you can't use AI in college to pass a class. And then I start going through some of his other videos, which are all about AI, all about ChatGPT, all about, being in class, being a student. And then he says he's reading another student's work and he can always tell when someone uses AI for their writing. Why? Because it all sounds the same. And then there's another video where he goes, oh, this girl I know got in trouble for using AI and she failed this test or whatever. And he's like, I thought it was pretty funny, but I think they're still pretty strict. They should let us use it. So if you got in trouble for using AI, you'd be like, I'm using the tool that was provided for me. But the hypocrisy. And then I watched another video where he says that he's in an entrepreneurship class and that the whole thing is to think for themselves, right? That the whole premise is think for yourself, but that they're really strict. But you aren't thinking for yourself. You aren't. And that is the problem. What's not clicking? What's not clicking? What's the truth, Ellen? And to cite my sources, there was a commenter named TJ who said, it's not accepted by academics because there's nothing academic about using generative AI. Right? And here's the thing. I graduated college in 2020. We did not have these tools back in my day. We didn't have these tools, right? And I'm not saying if I were a student today, would I not use these tools? I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not hating on the student for using it per se. I have an issue that you don't see the issue about why you wouldn't be allowed to use it in a college setting. Right? Right? And I get a lot of teacher TikToks, right? And I will get so many of these videos where people say, people don't even go to Google anymore to look for sources. They just ask ChatGPT to tell them stuff. They have ChatGPT tell them stuff. We're not using Goog. We're not using Goo Goo. I understand that we're all tired and we don't want to use our brains, right? We don't want to use our brain power. But when we're in a place where we have to use our brain power, we can't be surprised when a tool that takes away from that is not allowed. Call me cuckoo bananas for thinking that.